this song, let me put it on your mind. My New Orleans Saints get it right on time. Our main objective, put a winner on the field. Let me tell you, Saints fans, the struggle is real. Win, lose, or draw, we by their side. Our Saints are the bus that we gon' ride all the way to the Super Bowl. Look around, all you see is black and gold. We love our team, young and old. Die-hard Saints fans like the king and soul. I'm yelling, who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat my Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? We that. We that. We that. Believe that. We that say you can't beat them Saints. Let go.
Only in New Orleans, Saints our favorite team. Who that on the scene for show and no, living a dream. Come on. Only in New Orleans, Saints our favorite team. Who that on the scene for show and no, living a dream. Let go. Number big self.
Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, Nader Murphy. And man, we have a big show lined up today. Listen, man, we didn't end the season how we really wanted it to end. But man, we bringing you another edition of Sports Overtime, and we going to talk about it. So first off, let me bring in both of my co-hosts. Number one, let me bring in this dude. He always looking fly, flashy, always got the big glasses on, looking like he Lil Wayne. Mr. Teddy G, what is up?
Oh, what's happening? Bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling.
Oh,
you feel me? I went and visited the Atlanta Falcons, little stadium. I'm not impressed. You know, I mean, y'all want to be like us so bad, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but we done moved on. We the Caesars. We the Caesars. We about to turn the Superdome into a whole casino.
All right.
A whole slot machine. So all I'm saying is, to hold my word, y'all thought he wasn't going to do it, but Cam Jordan, 12 and a half sacks.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Round that up, that's 13. Okay? Let's go.
Oh, man. Big shout out to Teddy G, aka BG, and then we also got Birdman, who is he got all the money, and he all everywhere. He on TV, he on music videos. We got Birdman, aka Mr. Soul Saint, in the building. What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? We got to win for next year, but Saints plus Soul equals Super Bowl, baby. It's all good. Sir. It's all good. You know, we gonna load back up and get ready. Come August, we're gonna be ready, bro. We're gonna be ready. This our year, 22, baby. 22.
We definitely gonna be ready. Listen, we definitely gonna be ready, man. It's gonna
What's up, Mike?
It's gonna be a crazy off season. But before we jump into all of that, man, Overtime is brought to you by Element Beverage. Shout out to Element, man, for sponsoring Sports Overtime. And I want to give a big shout out to the homie, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Me and him have partnered up, and we are selling these shirts, and they going to a good cause, baby. Who that? We that. So if y'all need a shirt, hit your boy up. I got this one and the Tom Brady one. Teddy G, I got your shirt. Don't worry. I just got to get it to you. But
what about mine?
I need about 4 of them. I need about 4 of them.
Get you on the other one? I got you. I got to get these made.
Okay. You didn't say sold. I got your shirt. You didn't say sold.
I'm talking about his. No, I'm talking about his Tom Brady. The Tom Brady one.
I need about 4.
You got yours already.
I need about 4.
I got my Tom Brady one.
I need about 4. I need about 4 of them. Real talk.
All right, bet. So let's talk about what happened this past weekend. Obviously the Saints, we wanted them to make the playoffs. They handled their business. They defeated the Falcons 30-20 on the road. Like you said, Teddy G, you was there. How was the atmosphere when you was in Atlanta?
It was terrible. Atlanta is a horrible city, a horrible town. It stank. It's terrible. You know, I mean, it's horrible. Okay. but the Saints went up there.
What's up, Glue?
Handle their business. Okay.
What it smell like? What it smell like? You said it stink. What it smell like?
Smell like pigeons up there.
Smell like loser.
Smell like loser pigeons.
Smell like this, huh?
smell like dirty toys up there. Smell like dirty toys up there. Smell like dingleberries.
But let me ask you this, Teddy. Was the Who That Nation representing though in there?
The Who That Nation already knew what time it was. You know,
right.
I said
That's what we were about.
We instantly we saw the score was 17. We're gonna get into this later, but we saw the score was 17-0.
Right.
We found out that the Rams is really the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said, but I'm gonna tell you like this here. I mean, I'm glad the Saints are not in the playoff because after Taysom, I'm serious. I said after Taysom went down, I wasn't really looking forward to seeing Trevor start no game next week. Okay. So, for me, I think that, Gail Benson, they're gonna have a meeting and Sean Payton gonna have to sit down there and explain himself, Look, if you really want to know what I feel like was the most detrimental loss that we had this year, it was to the New York Giants. It was an NFC loss. Mm-hmm. It was with Jameis Winston. A lot of these other losses we had was with not Jameis Winston.
Right.
And the reason for that loss, y'all may remember that game. You see what I'm saying? They took their foot off the gas again. Mm-hmm. Sean Payton took his foot off the gas, doing all type of, trying to hold Winston back. I said, I'm not going to count the Philadelphia loss as one of the detrimental losses, even though that was an NFC team. Because at the end of the day, we have a problem with covering running quarterbacks. So I counted that as a loss before the year. If y'all remember, I said Philadelphia, it's a loss.
You did.
They still don't know how to cover Jalen Hurts. They still don't know how to get him. Okay. I said the Atlanta lost. Matt Ryan turned into a black quarterback that game. He started running around, gooseneck looking at it. Okay, gooseneck looking at it. All right. I said, so, at the end of the day, I look at the New York Giants loss. The Carolina Panthers lost. After Aaron Rodgers infected our entire team and coaching staff with the COVID. Okay. I said them two losses right there, they proved to be detrimental. The AFC losses, not so much.
So,
but I just want to say this. Let me say this, bro. Talking about what you're saying, Teddy, I understand how you feel and everything, but I want to give a shout out and take my hat off to this organization, to Coach Sean Payton for having to deal with all the adversity, Hurricane Ida, the COVID. The injuries, Goodell with the BS, with us having COVID and making us play with 22 players on the COVID list.
That was Monday Night Football.
We still had a winning record. And there are a lot of teams out there that losing their starting quarterback and going through all this adversity wouldn't have had a winning record this year. So I take my hat off to the Saints. We still was in contention for a playoff berth, even though we had to wait for somebody else, but we still was in contention for that. We won the game we were supposed to win, and we did what we were supposed to do, And I just have to say that through all we went through, man, to be 9-8, I think that's an accomplishment, And I'm proud of my team. I'm happy for them. I'm proud of them, and I think we're gonna this 22 is gonna be a lot better, bro.
Did you want to see Trevor Siemian start in the playoff game next week? So both of y'all. That's my question to both of y'all.
Nah.
Real quick.
Nah.
Do I see what?
Regroup.
Not against the Rams.
Time to regroup.
Let me tell you this, bro. Taysom was playing lights out. Trevor came in and played excellent and won us that game, bro. I don't know what would have happened that next week. We don't know. That defense might have just act a fool on the Rams, but I had a lot of faith. That's why I didn't go to Atlanta, because I was saving my pennies for them Rams, man. I was planning on going, and I really thought
me too.
Gonna go. The only thing I was worried about was the Rams beating 49ers, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what didn't happen.
But going back to what you guys said, and I agree with both of you. I think just like Soul just said, you know, we had a lot of adversity in the season, and it wasn't just like a patch here or like a patch there. It was from beginning to end. You know, I mean, again, you had the whole being displaced thing. First game was supposed to be in the Superdome. It ended up being in Jacksonville. Obviously, they won that game against Green Bay. But then again, like Teddy said about the COVID, right? Then the COVID thing started getting crazy. The Packers organization the next week started getting COVID cases when we just played them. And then not only that, you being displaced to Dallas, which you stayed in Dallas for almost, a month? And then you get to Dallas, let's also point this out. The Superdome was on fire. If y'all don't remember that, the Superdome was on fire. Then we had
hot boys.
Then we had our first game against the Giants. We blew that game. And we always talked about it this whole offseason. We've been saying it. You cannot take these teams lightly, no matter if they're the Giants or whoever. These games count, and they will count towards the end of the season. And it showed. It counted, you know? And then going from that to what else did they have? Jameis Winston got out for the season. He's hurt against Tampa. And then you got some more injuries. Then you got COVID. And then you got Taysom Hill getting hurt. I mean, again, there's no excuses. Obviously, these people make a lot of money and they're football players. But, man, when you get hit with all of this type of adversity, you just got to take your L and be like, man, look, let's just regroup. Let's regroup. Let's get everybody healthy. Let's get ready for next year.
Listen, let me be clear about this, okay? That's exactly the word that I'm using. I think you heard me use that word. Regroup. That's the word that I'm talking about. I say when you have the end of the season meeting, you know, no, we didn't make the playoffs. So that creates a type of panic, the type of panic that we need to make some changes. Okay. And I can tell you, it's on the offensive end because our defense is championship caliber.
Yeah, elite.
Our defense is championship caliber. So when we're talking about, was it a good idea to let go of Latavius Murray? Because he's turning up in Baltimore, but they didn't make the playoffs either. Okay, they had injuries, they had COVID and stuff. I say, so what I'm saying is our wide receiver core, you really have to realize, is it about saving money or is it about bringing in talent? So you got a lot of these guys that you found off the undrafted free agent list. And I'm not taking anything away from Marquez Callaway. I'm not taking anything away from anybody in the receiving corps. But you take a look. Our highest receiving yard came from Alvin Kamara. I'll say, and we talking about Marquez Callaway. He had less than 700 yards receiving, and he was our number one wide receiver this year.
And most of that came towards the end of the year too.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Now we have to understand the reason these things happen, Teddy, is because our starting quarterback got knocked out. Okay, if we didn't have the injuries that we had, we would have had believe me, we would have been in the playoffs, bro, and we would have had a good record this year. And
would
we
have
still had Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
we had to bring in a journeyman. Trevor Simeon, right? We know Trevor Simeon couldn't lead us to the promised land.
So we see things the same way. We see things the same way. It's just from a different perspective, okay? I say you got to realize leadership is important. I'm all about leadership. So the reason why Deontay Harris was suspended was why?
Because of DUI.
If you think Drew Brees was there, you think he would have had that same DUI? I'm just spitting what I see as far as how this team was starting to disassemble because of a lack of leadership. You understand what I'm saying? I said, getting that ball out of your hands, the amount of sacks that we were taking, people weren't sure on where to go with the ball. Okay. I said, Sean Payton wasn't sure if Taysom Hill was Drew Brees or not, because he is not. Okay. I said, so when Sean Payton went down with COVID, the Saints offense looked better than it ever has underneath Taysom Hill.
What's up, Prime? Okay. What's up, baby?
So what I'm saying is that Pete Carmichael Jr., here's my controversial take. I don't disagree that Sean Payton is our coach, past, present, and future. But you can let him go and get about 6 or 7 of these jobs. He can go to Miami, okay, and you take Dennis Allen. Because guess what? If you don't do that, I guarantee you, Dennis Allen is not going to be back here next year. You give me Dennis Allen as the head coach, and you take Pete Carmichael Jr. and finally let him call the plays, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of Sean Payton wearing these damn white gloves and trying to treat Taysom Hill like he is damn Drew Brees. And he is not. There's no reason Taysom Hill should have been sacked no damn 8 times against the Dallas Cowgirls, okay? You run the damn ball. There was a lot of losses that we had this year is because, Sean Payton, you don't know your personnel. You thinking that you still 4 years ago when Drew Brees was there. He's not there. He's not there. You have a defensive team. It's a defensive team now, and you do ball control. Dennis Allen said it best. I'm protecting my defense. He won. He beat Tampa Bay without Sean Payton, period. Okay? And because he was protecting the defense, he made sure that we did not turn the ball over, and we played ball control, one-time possession, and that's lights out right there. That's lights out defense. That is the identity of this team, and you have to realize this is not the yesteryear Saints. We've always been known for offense, but our offense is the weakest link right now.
It is.
Wide receivers.
It is. And
tight ends.
And to go to your point,
tight end?
And to go to your
tight
point,
end? Number 83.
Well, to your
that's
point,
our best tight end. Okay.
To your point, though, Sean Payton this year, he had the play calling has been questionable. I definitely agree with you on that.
Always going for it on 4th down. It's just always going weird. For it on 4th down on your side of the field, putting the defense in a bad spot, giving up unnecessary points. Sean Payton was too risky this year, doing unmentionable things, as worse as the San Diego Chargers coach that cost them, because the Las Vegas Raiders coach was like, I was fine with going into it as a tie. We could have had a tie, but he going for it on 4th down. He's making all these decisions, putting pressure on me. So I had to do what I had to do. He was fine with it being a tie.
Let
me ease Zach's mind right quick, Zach. You know, like I say, I have people that have talked to Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston wants to be a New Orleans Saint. If you saw him on the sideline in Atlanta, you know, he was hyping up the guys, dapping them off. He's all in to be a Saint, bro. So it won't be that hard. You know, we got to pay him. Yes, we do, you know. And I think he is our best option. So ease your mind. Believe me, bro. They're going to go into it, and they smart. You know, they're not going to let Jameis go nowhere. Don't worry, Zach.
The thing, going back to what Teddy just said, is you're right. The play calling was questionable. I mean, we were at a lot of the home games, and I mean, it was just crazy where like we're down a good amount of points, and there's just running the ball, and it's like, bro, get the ball out. Let's score some points. And he just kept running the ball. It's like you're giving up so easy, you know. And so I agree with you on that. The receivers, they didn't get no type of separation this year once Jameis Winston left. They weren't getting no type of separation. The first couple of games, as you saw, Deontay Harris, 57-yard touchdown. You know, Callaway, whoever else was catching, Traquan Smith catching these long bombs and touchdown passes. Jameis went out, everything went to shit. So I agree with you guys. I understand what you're saying. As far as Zach is concerned, you know, the whole Jameis, A-Rod, and Russell Wilson situation, I've said it on this show, and I'll say it again. If the Saints don't make a decision on Jameis Winston, I think Jameis Winston's going to the Steelers. Straight up. That's a good fit for Jameis Winston if the Saints don't make, you know, a decision on him right away. And the thing
the Saints can't afford nobody but Jameis Winston. He's going to be back. It's not going to be Russell Wilson. Okay. Jameis Winston, that's the thing what I'm talking about. At this game, I was there. Look, Jameis Winston was there. He was on the sideline, dapping everybody off. He gave Thomas Morstead a big old hug. Okay. I said he was there kissing babies and stuff. Listen, I said Jameis Winston is a New Orleans Saint, and he has absolutely no leverage when it comes to negotiations as far as how much money he gonna get paid and whatever. He gonna take whatever money the Saints got for him.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
All right.
I wouldn't say that he don't have no leverage. I mean, he has leverage of he went 5-2 without.
Right. He have a little leverage, but he knows he didn't complete the season, so he'll be a little negotiating with the Saints. He'll say, "Well, I understand. I got hurt, and I didn't finish what I had started. So I want to finish. I want to show y'all that I can bring y'all where y'all need to go. You know, just have faith in me and rally around me, and let me show you where I can bring you. You know, so I'm sure that Jameis understands that. Hey, look, you know, if you would have brought us to the NFC Championship game, you got a lot of leverage, but you got hurt. Right. You know, it's not our fault. It's not your fault. So
let's run it back.
Do it again.
Let's run it back.
Let's run it back. Right.
Let's run it back. But I will say this, and to what Zach's point is like, let's say, okay, the offseason begins, right? Free agency is about to start, or like maybe a month before free agency is about to start, you start hearing these rumors because it's gonna happen. Let's just point it out there. You're gonna hear these rumors of, the Saints are going after Russell Wilson. They're trying to figure out what to get for Russell Wilson, or they might be potentially trying to get A-Rod, or whatever happens with Deshaun Watson if his situation is cleared by then, which they're saying that it should be. I don't know. But again, there's gonna be these rumors swirling. We're gonna be doing sports overtime. We're gonna be talking about it in the next month, 2 months, whatever it may be. But just like Zach said, the Saints have to figure out exactly the route they want to go ASAP. Because once the season's done, Jameis, he's going to get offers from other teams. I'm telling you, Pittsburgh really wanted him last year. And he's a good fit for them, especially with Ben Roethlisberger retiring. They're going to want a quarterback like Jameis. Jameis can get the ball to Chase Claypool and all of these guys and have a good running game. But again, what's the Saints mentality?
I agree with that. And that's probably the only leverage that he has. The fact that Roethlisberger is retiring. But here's the thing. They offered him more money then. They offered him more money than the Saints then. He sat behind Drew Brees. One thing you got to understand. He knows the playbook, and he invested into that playbook. That's time, that's knowledge, that's all that. Jameis ain't going nowhere, okay? Jameis knows this playbook, okay? All right? I said, what I like about, hold on, this person, that's the second time you didn't put that, okay? Talk about my boy Taysom Hill. That's both of them. We need to keep both of them, okay? Taysom Hill is pretty much our number one tight end when you think about it, all right? When Jameis Winston come back. Taysom Hill's contract states that the percentage of him being the actual quarterback dictates how much he gets paid. So how much tight ends get paid? $10 million. If he plays more at tight end, running back, etc., he gets $10 million. If he plays more at quarterback, if Jameis is not ready, he gets $20 million. It's a good deal.
People don't realize.
And Taysom said it best. Taysom said it best. He said, this deal protects everybody.
People don't realize that
it protects me.
Taysom Hill suffered a serious injury. A Lisfranc injury has ended some players' careers. They have retired because of that. So, first of all, we got to wait to see how he recovers from that Lisfranc injury. Because you can be healed from it and still have problems with it. You know, that's pushing off on your leg. That's running. You know, and some people don't get over that. That's nerves, you know what I'm saying, in your foot. So first of all, before we even talk Taysom coming back, you know, believe me, Jameis Winston way ahead of Taysom. Taysom got to have surgery and everything else.
Jameis Winston already walking around, kissing babies, hugging the punter, you know. He's hanging out.
I don't think we need Taysom. I mean, I would love to have him, but I don't think we need him next year. I really don't.
Listen, I think just like what you said, Teddy, with the whole Jameis Winston. I mean, let's be honest. He is walking with a limp. Obviously, he just had surgery, but it is nice to see him, progressing in getting better in his leg, and the workout videos is cool. But the thing is, again, from the Saints' perspective, what route do they want to go? We all saying Jameis Winston, but the Saints might end up going a different route, and then we're sitting here like, damn, So again, it's going to be a crazy offseason. I'm excited about the offseason, see what happens. But as far as Taysom Hill is concerned, I know everybody keeps bringing up his contract and he's holding us down and he's and he's this and he's that. Listen, the contract that he got wasn't bad. I mean, for him to do all the positions that he plays, I mean, for him to get $10 million a year, that ain't bad. But everybody doesn't look at it.
Sean Payton loves him. I don't know what him and Sean Payton got going on.
He loves him. But the thing is, you got to look at the details and say, all right, well, this guy plays quarterback when we need him. He plays running back if we need him. He plays tight end if we need him. Special teams.
That's right.
I mean, he does everything. So I mean, for $10 million, you're filling one roster spot with 4 players. That's not bad. And for $10 million, that's not bad. So for those who don't look at the details and say, oh, I seen the $95 million contract, that's if he's a full-time quarterback. He is not going to be our full-time quarterback. I'd rather have Teddy or Soul be our full-time quarterback than Taysom Hill. It's point blank, period. So the $95 million, y'all are just too stuck up on. But for him to get paid $10 million for what he does and what he brings to this team, I don't mind.
That's adequate. That's adequate. It's adequate. I said you talking about.
Saying Hill has compromising photos of Peyton.
I can't. Okay. I'm not saying nothing on that topic.
Y'all got jokes and stuff.
Everything I say, people blow that shit up. So I ain't.
People acting silly, man. People acting silly, bro. Hill ain't got no compromising photos of Peyton. Let me tell you what he got. He got a firm spot in that playbook. Hill, y'all don't know. I said tight end first, but really, Taysom Hill is a fullback first. The way he blocks for Kamara, okay. Y'all don't know how many times he didn't block for Kamara and got touchdowns out of there. Okay? I said that is valuable. Then he can catch the ball. And plus, he a fast-ass white boy. I'm coining the term. The white Mike Vick, number 7. Okay? That's him. All right? I said the white Mike Vick.
Look, let me tell you something, bro. I don't mind. Taysom Hill is a compliment. I don't mind having him, but I know we don't need him. Sean Payton has been the coach of a top 5 offense even before Taysom was here. So we always was a threat offensively. And with Taysom or without Taysom, we're going to be a top 5. With all our starters healthy, everybody we need, Kamara is enough threat.
Top 5 what? Hold on. No. You're not just going to be to say that and not back it up. Top 5 what? So
top 5 offense.
Defense? Offense. We a defensive team now.
We're talking about offense right now with Taysom. We're talking about Taysom right now.
Our offense ain't been
talking about Taysom right now.
But we bottom 5.
We already know the defense is straight. But we sign everybody and bring back that nucleus and bring back that defense, we know we good there. We talking about offense right now.
But you realize
with everybody healthy, we're gonna have a top 5 offense. Trust me.
But do you realize we bottom feeder offense this year?
Of course. Look at all the injuries we went through. We lost our starting quarterback, Daddy. Do you remember?
People be getting confused.
Our quarterback, our wide receiver never came back.
What other excuse you want to name? What other excuse you want to name? We a defensive team.
Listen,
we a defensive team.
We are a defensive team, but we talking about Taysom Hill. And just like they saying,
you're not gonna be no top 5 offense with Taysom Hill.
You're not. But the thing is, you gotta also respect.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna be a top 5 offense.
You can say we're a top 5 offense. That's what you said.
When Michael Thomas comes back, when we go get us a number 2 wide receiver, we go get us a good tight end in the offseason. Once we get these weapons, we know we have a coach that has an offensive mind, bro. We're gonna be top 5. Trust the plus, bro.
Listen,
trust that.
You're right. You get Mike Thomas back. You go and sign Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins, the tight end from the Dolphins.
Whatever we do,
you put him in our offense, right? You go and you draft you a wide receiver because you're gonna need a wide receiver. Callaway is gonna do better next year because Mike Thomas is gonna be back. You still got Deontay Harris.
Deontay.
So you still got Deontay. Traquan Smith, I don't know if he's gonna be back next year. He probably isn't. But Sean Payton likes him too, so I don't know. So what I'm saying is the offensive struggles is not hard to fix. When you got a quarterback that can get the ball to these players and defenses are scared of his arm, it's not hard. That's what teams were doing. Look at Green Bay. They weren't expecting Jameis to come out there and sling the ball like Jameis was slinging it, but Jameis slung it to some no-name ass receivers that Mike Thomas ain't played a whole year. I mean, Deontay Harris was catching a touchdown. Traquan Smith, all of these players that are no names. Even our tight ends don't have no names. Adam Trotman. Who's scared of an Adam Trotman? Like, come
Fifth
on,
boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, let me give you a sneak peek. This is a person that was in one of the meetings on Monday. Let me give you a sneak peek of the roster the Saints hope to get. If not, we'll see. Okay, quarterback. Jameis Winston, number 1. Andy Dalton, number 2. Taysom Hill, number 3. At running back 1, Alvin Kamara. Running back 2, Melvin Gordon. Running back 3, Tony Jones Jr. Running back 4, Dwayne Washington. At wide receiver 1, Michael Thomas. Wide receiver 2, we're going to get him in the draft. And he might be from Alabama.
I just said that.
Number 3, Marcus Callaway. Number 4, Deontay. Number 5, another wide receiver that we're going to draft. Tight end, Robert Tonyan. These are free agents. These are people that's going to be free agents. And think about it. That sounds good. Mm-hmm. Robert Tonyan, number 1 tight end. Jawan Johnson, number 2. Nick Vannett, 3. Adam Troutman ass at the bottom with 4. He might make the team. He might make it.
Y'all don't like Troutman, huh? Y'all don't like Troutman no more. Huh?
But it's that's what about Troutman. It's about that O-line. It's about Ruiz. It's about a lot of stuff on offense. The wide receivers, no separation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
I find that funny.
My boy said, what about Mark Ingram? I say I'd rather have Melvin Gordon. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, the beast, man.
Yes.
He did very well with Denver. And Denver loves Javonte Williams over there, so they're going to give Javonte Williams that starting job.
He didn't hear Mark or Mike. Yeah, you heard Mike. Mike Thomas, number 1 receiver. That's the number 1. Yeah, you heard Mike.
Listen, I'm cool with any of that you just said. Even Robert Tonyan, I'm cool with. But I really like Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins. Hopefully they could go after him. Again, the O-line, we got to figure out what's going to happen with the O-line because obviously Tehran is a free agent. We don't know if we're going to sign him back. Ruiz needs to go. Ruiz played like shit. Just straight up. Ruiz played like shit this year.
And we can't cut. We can't cut Michael Thomas.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be no cutting on Michael Thomas now.
Right, Michael Thomas, bro.
A trade. Now you might talk about some trading, but I don't even see that happen. Is it gonna be a Michael Thomas back in place next year, healthy?
And let me tell y'all, Misido is a Tampa Bay fan.
Don't mistake that Michael Thomas was voted the number 1 wide receiver in the league a year and a half ago. Okay, he was ranked number 4 in the top 100 a year and a half ago. Okay, so what I'm saying is let's not sleep on Michael Thomas. Okay, I said he had some ankle injuries, had some misdiagnosis. He's our guy, and the Saints found him. And what was that, the 2nd or 3rd round?
Yeah.
Out of Ohio State. And he was overlooked by teams. And the Saints put him in there, and he's a hard worker. So he's going to be right back a hard worker. So,
but I think also too, from the Saints' perspective, a lot of people have this question mark about Mike Thomas. I think Mike Thomas is going to play for the Saints next year. And the Saints want him to play for them. And the reason for that is obviously they need a number 1 wide receiver. But 2, it gives Mike Thomas a chance to show other teams next year that he can still get it done. that the ankle injury isn't affecting him. And so with that, you know, the Saints have that tape where if for the following year they want to trade him or whatever and get some capital for him, then they can say, look, this guy caught 125 balls last year. Here's our negotiation, and let's negotiate. So again, I think Mike Thomas is going to play next year for the Saints. He just, before the Atlanta game, he tweeted, "Who dat?" I mean, the dude's on board. It's just everybody makes up these rumors of, oh, he don't want to play for the Saints. Oh, Drew Brees is retired. He's done. He knows nobody ain't gonna get him the ball. Jameis was like, when he seen him on the sideline, he was like, bro, I was just happy to throw the ball to him on the sideline. Can you imagine in a game? So that builds Jameis Winston up because now Jameis can practice with Mike Thomas in the offseason. We seen last offseason, all he was doing is throwing balls to Traquan Smith, Deontay Harris, and Jawan Johnson. Now you add Mike Thomas to that. I think that's going to help build Jameis's confidence even more going into the season because he has a guy that he can rely on to catch a slant, to catch a ball downfield, to be that sure-handed grabber that can grab everything that is thrown to him. So I like our chances. I just feel as though, like what Soul said, we got to draft a wide receiver early. We got to draft a wide receiver early.
A game changer. Game changer.
One of the guys from Alabama. If you go to Ohio State, if you like Ohio State, they got what's his name, Olave or something in Ohio State. He's really good. You just gotta change the dynamic of this wide receiver group because they are just not getting separation. They just not getting separation. And so for separation, the O-line can only hold up for so long.
And look, who Jameis Winston was going to, the only wide receiver that can get separation was Deontay Harris. And he was hitting that boy deep. He was hitting that boy deep because he's the only one that has some speed.
Speed kill.
And look, Jeremiah Whitney, he's talking about Cesar Ruiz. Yes, in the offseason, we got to reevaluate that dude because this dude missed too many assignments, too many blocks, too many blown coverages. This dude here, bro, he going to get somebody killed. Yeah. Straight up. He's a first-round pick, but guess what? He been playing like he's a damn free agent signee. He ain't been playing.
He was falling on the ground. He was falling on the ground the whole year. He looked like him and Pete been drinking the same water. But again, Pete was out too, so we don't know what Pete gonna do.
Let me tell you about Pete. One thing about Pete, he can run block his ass off. He need to work on his pass blocking, but when it come to run, and he could pull his ass off. Yep. Pete get his big ass round there, boy. Pete be blocked pancake.
Andrews Pete is a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah. Again, I just feel as though the weak link on that O-line is Cesar Ruiz. Again, we do have the question mark. We have the question mark with obviously Teron Armstead. I think Teron does want to be back, but do the Saints want him back? And what's the money going to be like? It always going to come down to the money. We know he rocks with the Saints. We know the Saints love him. But at the same time, what's the money situation going to be like? Let's also point this out because this is going to come up in the offseason as well. Oh, the Saints are $60 million over the cap. Listen, last year the Saints were over $100 million over the cap, and they got under the cap. Yeah, they had to cut a few players that we didn't want to be cut, like Janoris Jenkins, Emmanuel Sanders, those type of players. But listen, they were able to do it, and they got underneath the cap. This year, they can get underneath the cap and sign players without a hassle. They don't have to let anybody go. So now the question comes where it's like, all right, we got Marcus Williams, who needs a new contract. Are we going to sign Marcus Williams? Davenport is on his 5th-year option, so he's going to play on this year on his 5th-year option. So he got one more year on the Saints, and they'll reevaluate him and see if he's going to be, give him a big contract or whatever, right?
Right.
So you got that. You also got, they were talking about Demario Davis and asking him if he was going to retire, and he was like, "I ain't got retirement in my brain. I'm coming back next year." Yeah. So now when you think about
sign Quan.
Yeah. So now when you think about it, you got to be like, all right, are we going to sign Quan back? Are we going to have enough money for Quan? Because Quan came back and he balled out. He did his thing.
Right.
He did his thing. I think he had like 50 tackles, 60 tackles on the year, 1 interception. I mean, he balled out. So Quan did his thing. Are you going to go with Quan or are you going to go with a cheaper version in Pete Werner? Because Pete Werner did good too when he was called upon. So you got those.
It's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood. And that's what I see out of the Saints defense, you guys. It's a brotherhood, and I think that honestly, it could be misinformed, but what I see is that it's bigger than money. Like if the money is just above decent, above, you know what I'm saying, right at Quan ain't going nowhere. You know, I said, you talking about. I think that Paulson Adebo was the steal of the draft.
Yes.
If you take a look at how many interceptions all 5 of them boys got, PJ had 3, Lattimore had 3,
Yep.
Adebo had 3, CGJ had 3. Okay, so all of them, that's 12 interceptions right there. You understand what I'm saying? 15. So what I'm saying is that Paulson Adebo, as a rookie, came in, got that boy in the 3rd round from Stanford. He sat out a year, and that is Chris Richard. That is the coaching that they have over there in the secondary. So I told y'all at the beginning of the summer, I told y'all, Dennis Allen gonna get one of these head coaching jobs. Will you be sad? I won't, because Chris Richard is going to be the new defense coordinator. I told you. That's why they brought him in. Y'all remember when they had Rex Ryan, right? I mean Rob Ryan, whatever. I get it confused. Which one looked like the homeless Santa Claus?
Rob Ryan.
Rob. So Rob was the defense coordinator, and then they brought in Dennis Allen to be his assistant. So soon as when Rob Ryan got fired, Dennis Allen moved up. If you think Sean Payton ain't did that before, he gonna do it again. Chris Richard is your next defensive coordinator. Okay. Well, Dennis Allen is going to take one of these 7 head coaching jobs.
Well, ain't nobody got him asking for an interview yet.
Listen,
all right,
and that's fine.
Look, I'm telling you,
and that's fine if
that
happens.
He's going to interview. He's going to get a few interviews.
That's fine if that happens, but again, on tape, we know with the players that we have on defense what works and what doesn't work. So regardless of who the defensive coordinator is going to be, or if he leaves, or whatever the case may be, you got to also understand they know what works on tape, and they're going to keep that in play.
Yeah, Chris Richard would honor. He would honor the integrity of the defense that they have. But keep in mind, everybody who's listening at home, Chris Richard was one of the architects of the Legion of Boom. So he has that secondary, the number 1 in the league, and they would remain that way. And Demario Davis is not going to let much change. Quan Alexander is not going to let much change.
Right.
So all you have to do is worry about tightening up this offense. Let me tell you something. The Saints get this offense together next year. This is why I'm not upset that they didn't make the playoffs, because we're not ready. We're not ready right now. We don't have a functioning offensive line. And Trevor was going to fool around and get himself killed in that first round of the playoffs.
That's against Aaron Donald.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather see San Francisco go out there and take the Dallas Cowgirls out, which is what they're going to do. We'll get to that during when we doing our picks and stuff. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, my Saints were not ready to compete any further. When Taysom Hill went down, it was time for the Saints to wrap it up and regroup. And I don't want the Saints to be in their final meetings of the year feeling like they are anything less than a failure, because they are. They got a win and loss record that is not a losing record, but you did not make the playoffs.
Right.
So you need to go in the offseason knowing that you did not make the playoffs. Not know, oh yeah, but we make the playoffs. We did not make the playoffs.
But it goes back to what you said. How many games did they lose this year?
8 games.
Because of the offense.
Correct. The defense always showed up.
We lost our starting quarterback.
Exactly.
Do y'all not remember that?
We
had injuries. We had COVID. We had all of this. This is the reason our offense suffered this year, okay? Nah, it wouldn't have happened if we would have had all these problems, bruh. Let's stop down in the offense, brother. The offense is going to be all right. We're going to come back healthy this year in August, and we're going to be healthy. It's going to be a whole different year. Believe me, lightning ain't going to strike twice in the same damn place. It ain't going to happen no more. And if we lose Dennis Allen, we're going to go pick up Brian Flores. He got
Mike
two
Zimmer.
rings
Mike
as a
Zimmer.
defensive assistant with
Mike
the New England Patriots.
I
Well,
like
they
Mike
got a
Zimmer.
lot of
We'll take
Mike
they got
him.
a lot of defensive coaches that could use a job, a DC
Listen,
job. So
Sean
Dennis
Payton,
Allen got to get
Sean
the
Payton
job.
and Mike Zimmer, former coach of the Vikings, Sean Payton and Mike Zimmer are really good friends.
They're really close. They're really close.
I would not be surprised if Dennis Allen left. I would not be surprised if they hire Mike Zimmer as their defensive coordinator.
I'll get some new meat in here.
If
Let's get some
DA
winning meat.
about to take one of these
Winning
jobs.
meat. Zimmer is not winning meat. We need winning meat. Brian Flores got rings with New England Patriots. Okay, we need something different in here, bro. We need a winning attitude. Somebody with some rings. They're gonna show his boys, hey, y'all can get these. Y'all can get these. See these? Y'all want some of these? Zimmer can't show them shit. Let's get that boy Brian Flores in here. Get some boy with some accolades on the wall.
I agree. I like that move, but I think he's gonna take a head coaching job over it.
I think Brian Flores. Brian is a black man.
Already set back because
Brian Flores is a black man, and he want another head coaching job.
Yeah, and I mean what they did to him in
Miami
was wrong.
He might go.
Miami was wrong.
He might go to the Raiders.
Yeah, they got a lot of head coaching jobs coming available. I tell you that. You know, a lot of them.
Yeah,
they got about 6-7 teams need coaches.
There's 7 teams right now as of today.
But let's go back. I just want to, since we're doing the season in review, I just want to give a big shout out to these guys, man. First of all, Cam Jordan, like you said, Teddy G, 11.5 sacks.
12.5 sacks.
He showed out.
He must have heard us because he turned
12.5 sacks. 12.5.
He showed out. Big shout out to Cam
Jordan. It on.
That's the homie. Big shout out to him. He showed everybody. Everybody was talking mad smack about him in the beginning of the season, talking about he
didn't have a sack in the first 3 games. I was like, damn, where you at?
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Right.
Yep. Bruh, so, let me tell y'all. Wait. Let me tell y'all why he got 12.5 sacks. Let me tell y'all. I said, how many games was David Onyemata suspended for?
8.
6.
Okay.
So when David Onyemata came back, that's when Cam Jordan started to freak out because they had to double team.
They had a lot of one-on-ones instead of double teams.
They had to double team David. They had to double team Onyemata. So he was soon as when that number
Davenport. Don't forget Davenport too.
So that's the 3 key pieces right there. Everybody else. I say when David, Marcus, and Cam was on the field together, everybody was eating.
And look, and I'll tell y'all this: we was at it was me, Cam, and Davenport. We was at Davenport's house, right? And it was the week before they played the Bucks, and Onyemata was supposed to come back the next week after the Bucks game. And me and Cam and Davenport sitting there and we're talking, and Cam's like, "Man, I can't wait to get Onyemata back, bro. He's in shape. He's ready to roll." And he's like, "Man, once Davenport and him come together, bro, I'm about to kill it." And he basically said what he said and did what he did. Because once them 2 guys got back in the lineup, he was killing it. And let's give a big shout out, like Soul said, to Davenport. Because listen, man, everybody always talks about him being hurt and not being able to get on the field or whatever like that. Listen, he did his thing this year when he was on the field, and he had 9 sacks by himself. So just imagine if he was to play the whole year, he would have balled out too. He would have had 16 sacks in a year. And you got Cam with 11.5, 12.5, plus Onyemata. I mean, that D line is just vicious, man. And it just showed. Davenport showed a lot this year to a lot of people. He really stood out. I mean, and Soul could attest to this because we was at the Seattle game, and so I was like, man, they had him lined up on the side, and I was like, bro, he about to kill Seattle. He about to kill this Geno Smith, bro. He was in the backfield every single play. Go look at the game tape, bro. He was in the backfield. I was watching it, and my family that was with me, they was like, damn, bro, your boy going off. Who is 92? And I'm like, man, that's my dog. That's Davenport. And they're like, man, he killing the offensive lineman. I don't know what the hell going on. But not only in that game, but he showed consistency every single time he was able to get into the game. And he smashed Tua. They played against Miami Monday night. He murdered Tua where he got that, that fumble. He fumbled the ball. The damn linebacker couldn't recover it. But He smashed Tua. I mean, he smashed Aaron Rodgers. He had the first sack of the year in the whole season. He sacked Aaron Rodgers on the second play. Like, he was balling out. So big shout out to Davenport. Big shout out to Cam Jordan. Big shout out, like Soul said, to Paulson Adebo, because that was one of the biggest question marks that we were saying this whole offseason when we was doing the show in the studio. We was like, yo, man, the second cornerback position, man, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Man, I'm nervous about it because we are so used to having these shitty-ass cornerbacks back in the days like Corey White, Jason David, and all these players. So we're like, man, I hope this dude comes in and balls out. And Teddy G was on record. Teddy G was like, man, the dude from Stanford, he's smart. He knows this. He knows that. He's going to be good. And I was like, all right, let's just see. And look, he balled out. And as a rookie. So now going into next year, you know you got Lattimore, you got Adebo locking up that side, and you good. You got Davenport, you got Cam Jordan, you got Anyamata going to be healthy. That's good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Let me go on record again. Yep. Let me go on record again. Thank you. Let me go on record again. Paulson Adebo and Micah Parsons, steals of the draft. Okay? So Paulson and Mike. I said Micah Parsons might be the next damn Lawrence Taylor.
Well, Micah Parsons was a first-round pick, so he wasn't really a steal. But Debo being a later pick, he was a steal.
I said, I'm the only person that I remember saying that Paulson Adebo was a steal of the draft. Now everybody can jump on it right now.
And they're going to have to pay for it.
Jump on it right now. I'm talking about Micah Parsons. I'm talking about Michael Parsons might be the best defensive players in the NFL. Right.
And they're gonna pay for him.
Whether you're a rookie or not. I'm talking about Paulson Adebo is steal of the draft. That's what I said.
Right.
I'm on.
He was a later round pick.
And listen, since you said draft, you know, the Saints didn't really have a bad draft class this year. The only person that really ain't show up.
The number one fucking pick.
Peyton Turner. I mean, where are you? But also too.
Right.
But also, too,
a wasted.
Think about this. But also, too, think about this. He didn't really play that much, right? Because he was hurt. So now you add him. That's like having an extra draft pick for next year.
Thank you.
He stays healthy.
All right. Well, we're talking about defensive ends, right? Mm-hmm. What is the most expensive position to get in free agency besides quarterback? Defensive end. That's why you have to draft him. That's why the Saints drafted him. They drafted him because of his potential, not because of what he can do right now. They wanted him to be able to be good and contribute. A lot of people were saying Davenport was a bust.
Right.
The first 2 years. They're not saying that now.
No, they was. Okay. They were saying that.
So this boy is about to ball. He about to ball out. Next year, he's going to be a contributor. And I think Peyton Turner next year is going to be a contributor. So I think that they're going to get them in a program, get their ligaments together. You know what I'm saying? Let them know how to be a true pro. Okay. And you saving money. All right. Cam Jordan, he getting paid. They put that boy on a 50-year option. But if they can't come to an agreement with Marcus Davenport, he's going to be out of here next year. If he wants 27 million next year and they can't pay him, he's gonna be out of here. And then it's gonna be Peyton Turner's turn. So at the end of the day, they drafting defensive ends that have the same prototype measurements. They want them tall. How tall is Davenport, Nader?
6'7".
He's 6'7". That is the type of defensive ends they want.
I don't like taking pictures with him, boy. I'm 5'6".
Let me just say this.
Like a whole nother person.
Teddy, I understand what you're saying, brother. You know, you my boy, bro. Let me just say this. When a guy comes out first round, let me tell you something. You say they're not saying that about Davenport.
They gave up 2 first-round picks for Davenport. So
let me finish.
So they gave up 2 first-round picks for Davenport. You remember that?
That's what I'm saying. But look how long we had to wait. You know what I'm saying? When you drafted as a first-round pick, you're supposed to be able to help your team right away, not 3-4 years later. You know what I'm saying? I understand, Davenport, you're balling now. Yeah, we needed your ass the year you was drafted. We needed your ass that second year you was in the league, and you didn't start balling until now, bro, because of all the damn injuries and shit like that. But I understand. I understand. First round. Look at Michael Johnson. He's helping his team now. First round pick supposed to help their team now.
So
not when you're picking late 20s.
You living in imaginary. You living in imaginary
my ass. Yeah. First round picks because are supposed to be able to help their team. That's why they are picked first round.
So where did Micah Parsons come from? What college?
What does that have to do with anything?
Penn State. Penn State is the answer.
He's a first round pick. That's why he's playing well.
Hold on.
When was he drafted, Soul?
When was he drafted, Soul?
When was he drafted out? He was the first round
top
pick.
What? Top 12, right?
Was he a first round pick?
So
top 12.
Okay, period. He was a first round pick.
You putting
first
a lot
round picks need to help their team right away.
So you putting a lot of listen. Here's why I asked you that question. Micah Parsons played at Penn State. Okay, Penn State, they going up against real good competition. Okay. Right. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Davenport. I'm not saying nothing bad about Davenport. But what you're saying is he should have.
That boy was a road runner.
This man went to San Antonio, bro.
That's you know what their mascot is? Hey, do you know what their mascot is, boy? It's the Road Runners.
That's why it took so long. But let me tell you something. If I'm gonna go into the draft and I'm gonna found that boy at a school, look, let me tell you something. Let me talk, man. Boy at a school that got a mascot. That's the Road Runners. We all talk over each other.
They barely Division One.
When one person start talking, let them finish. Then the next person talk. That's why I be sitting there like, oh, let me see when I can get in. Look, let me tell you like this, bro. If I'm gonna go into the draft saying, okay, I'm gonna pick a first round pick, but I don't expect him to help till 3 years from now. I mean, for what I'm gonna pick him for?
Because we was picking
help me right away.
We was picking number 28 every year. We was picking number 28, 25, 26.
You got a point, so I got to roll with Teddy on this.
Dallas was so fucking bad. They picking number 8, 9, 10, 11.
Should help.
That's a big difference.
Right away. When we picked Cameron Jordan and Mark Ingram back in the day in the first round, both of them helped our team right away.
But you're talking about a Heisman Trophy winner, though, dog.
Okay, and they got Heisman Trophy winners. They picked in the first round.
What do you mean?
The third and fourth round Heisman Trophy. Danny Wolford. So just because you win the Heisman don't make you good. Come on, bro.
It don't make you good.
Yeah, that don't make you good because you won the Heisman. Not the NFL. A lot of people that won the Heisman didn't do well in the NFL. They couldn't make it in the NFL. They couldn't cut it.
Charles Woodson.
A lot of them.
Jameis Winston. Who you see to be a fan of?
Man, I'm just laughing at y'all because the thing about it is it's funny because you said that he should have been balling when he first got to the team. But again, like Teddy was saying, the Saints was picking 27, 28 every year. These dudes looking for a bargain, bro, before they go into the second round.
Saints haven't been good at picking first round picks. That's what I'm saying. Everybody.
Right. So hindsight 2020, right? Hindsight 2020. Do you think Davenport was a good pick?
No. No. He's a good player now. He's a good player now. He's doing good now. Yeah. He's still injury prone. You know, he's off injured. He's off injured. So many games. I'm looking. When is he gonna be able to play a whole season?
I'm not taking his side because that's my friend. But what I'm saying is,
it's not about friendship now. It's about being truthful.
It's not
you
like
can't be nice because that's your friend. And tell the truth.
But listen, it's not like you go into a game and you want to get hurt. He got hurt. He gets hurt. Like, I know what you're saying, but I hate when people say, "Oh, this person is injury prone." Like, does he go into the game wanting to be injured? Like, no. But he gets hurt. Unfortunately, he gets hurt. It's a physical sport. They hit each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the man.
Sometimes your body is not made for that type of punishment. Maybe not. You know, maybe he can't handle it.
Kevin
Kevin White was a first-round pick. He could not stay healthy, and he was labeled a injury-prone player. Kevin White. We still tried to help him. He's still not doing well. You know, I don't know if he's worried about getting hurt or, you know, or what. But, you know, I mean, there's players like that, bro.
Kevin White, the wide receiver?
Yeah.
He can't do shit.
Well, we know that because he probably was hurt so much and didn't play till he forgot how to catch. I don't know.
Listen, other than that, look, we're giving out our flower. We got to give our flowers to these guys because, again, we got to give them their flowers, bro. They did good. Like I said, Paulson and Debo, Cam Jordan, Davenport, Pete Werner did good when he was asked to step in. He filled in really well, and he showed that he could play all three linebacker spots, so that's very encouraging for the future. Kamara finished with 898 yards rushing, and pretty much that's missing, what, 5 games Kamara missed? So, I mean, he almost had 1,000 yards, and he missed 4 games, so that's really good. Callaway, like Teddy said, he had 698 yards, 6 touchdowns, but only on 46 catches. So
Alvin Kamara had way over 1,000 yards from scrimmage.
Exactly.
Talking about receiving and rushing.
Mario Davis, 105 tackles. He did his thing. He's consistent. He always comes to play. Quan Alexander, 50 tackles, 1 pick, came to play. Put all the injury stuff behind him. So, listen, man, the team finished with heart. They showed what they're capable of doing. All they got to do is get them a few more pieces on offense, solidify that O-line a little bit more, and we'll be straight. Do y'all agree? Okay.
I totally agree.
Now,
I said it's more maintenance than malfunction.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. I said when I started in the radio business years ago, I was always chastised because I always felt like I just spoke the truth. And people who are purist Saints fans, they would have a problem with me because I would say things that wouldn't necessarily make you feel like I'm just blindly like behind the Saints. There was a time when Sean Payton refused to run the ball. Kamara is a leader on this team. And if you pay attention to the interviews, Kamara lets you know what was coming in this game against the Falcons. He said, and this is something that I have said on the show, and I know for a fact Deuce McAllister and Kamara listen to this show. So all our listening audience understand that you are in good company. Okay? Deuce told me, I was at the Pelicans game. Deuce was like, Teddy, y'all be acting a fool on that show. Y'all be acting a fool, but y'all tell the truth. He said there's certain things that y'all say on that show that I wish I could say on WWL. I said what I said. Some people call that whites with lies, but I didn't say that. WWL, okay? But like I said, I didn't say that, all right? This is our final show, probably, for a couple of weeks, so I didn't say what I said. But what I'm telling you is, number one, Deuce McAllister knows that I am a proponent of running the ball. Right. So does Kamara. Now, Kamara gets on his interview and says, our offensive line enjoy it when we are pushing forward. Do you remember me saying that on this show? Mm-hmm. Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah, I remember.
Both of y'all.
No, I remember.
Do you remember me saying that? I said that. I said our offensive line enjoys to push forward and not sitting on their back foot pass rushing. Because at the end of the day, pushing forward and bullying people is what they enjoy doing. 330 pounds of people, these Zion Williamson looking offensive linemen, they want to push forward. And when Kamara said that in the interview, and I know it leaked into the building, this is why I do this work. I don't care if people like me. I don't care. But I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say. And I know it's going to get in that building because when Mickey Loomis saw me years ago, he cussed me out because he ain't like what I said about Sean Payton taking pills out the locker room. That was national news. Okay, you might not have liked what I said about it, but it's true. You popping pills in the locker room, okay? But they got security cameras in there, okay? I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's facts. It's the truth, okay? Now, he's not popping pills now. At least I hope he not. But if you is popping them pills, I hope it's an Adderall, so you could focus on running the ball, okay? All right, I'm done talking. Go ahead, man.
You know what? I want to give my shout out, like I say, to Alvin Kamara, because Alvin Kamara, you know, like I said, he has 1,337 yards from scrimmage. Mm-hmm. That's rushing and receiving. And I still think this man, the last 2 years, has been hindered on what he could have done. You know what I'm saying? He could have had these last 2 years, he could have had outstanding years. But we know what happened last year with Drew missing games, Taysom not even throwing him the ball one game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we know that even through all the adversity, Alvin Kamara rises to the occasion and still made the Pro Bowl with 1,337 yards from scrimmage, bro. And I have to take my hat off, man. That's our best offensive player all the way around, bro. Yep. You can talk about Michael Thomas, you know, with the 149 catches and everything. Hey, but Alvin Kamara is what scares defenses. And with a healthy Alvin Kamara, bro, we're going to always scare other teams, bro, when it comes, no matter who's at the quarterback. All we need is somebody that can make the throw.
They've locked him down for years. And if you listen to the Kamara interview, and if you look to the Kamara interview, okay, there was a time when he was on Rich Eisen, and he was talking about he didn't like the fact that he went through a whole game and Taysom Hill didn't throw him the ball one time. And it broke his record. He had 44 straight games where he caught a catch, and he didn't make it to 45 because Taysom didn't throw him the ball. And guess what? He ain't never made that mistake again. Taysom makes sure that he throw him the ball now. Kamara is unheralded. He is the undisputed leader of this team. And when he speaks, Sean Payton listens. So I knew for a fact when Kamara's interview came out before this game, I knew they was about to run that ball because Kamara pointed it out and said, you know what? We are at our best when we are rushing, and we are rushing the ball in several type of ways. And if you want to know why the San Francisco 49ers was able to defeat the Los Angeles Lambs, okay, the lame Lambs, I said it, okay, it's because the San Francisco 49ers run the ball better than any team in the league schematically.
Yeah.
Schematically.
No, it's true.
The way that they run
their O-line is very good.
They were running the ball away from Aaron Donald. If you was watching that game, they didn't call Aaron Donald's name. I didn't see Aaron Donald's name called once. Yeah, no sacks, no nothing. They was running the ball. They was double teaming him. They was running the ball away from him. And everybody else had to step up and make those tackles.
And you know the thing is, George Kittle too, man. George Kittle is a good blocker, man.
He's a good blocker. They're maniacs. They're maniacs out there. And he loves 49ers run that ball like maniacs. And quite honestly, I have some family members who are 49ers fans. Okay, I got a lot of family in the Bay. I got family members in Oakland. I got family members in San Francisco. I can tell you something. It's a culture out there. And one thing I'll tell you about the San Francisco 49ers, they know who they are. And sometimes our coaching staff, they make me feel like they are confused about our identity each year.
We don't know what we want to do. We don't want to be a pass.
The San Francisco 49ers, when they line up, you know what they about to do. You understand? They have their identity. And Kyle Shanahan took a step above Sean Payton in the head coaching books for me this year. So Bill Belichick in front of him, Kyle Shanahan in front of him. I can name a few others, but I choose not to do so because people gonna think I'm picking on Sean Payton. But I don't like it because he's not sure about what he wants to do. These dumbass 4th and 2, you going for it, you ain't get it. So now you're putting your defense in a bad spot. He did that like 3 games in a row, you guys. Am I lying?
Yeah, but I think And like Soul said, and like you touched on, again, man, this season, just like Steve said in his message, he's like, it's chaos. This season was chaos. So I just feel as though, man, Sean Payton didn't realize that he was gonna get hit with all of that stuff in this one season. He didn't. Nobody knew that was coming. So he kind of got put in a hard spot. But also, too, you got to also give him credit because, I mean,
he put that defense in a bad spot too.
The defense held the team up. That was the backbone for the whole team. But I mean, the dude did win 9 games. Obviously didn't make the playoffs. A lot of people were saying, man, he should be coach of the year based on everything that he went through this season with all the adversity and the chaos. So again, I feel what you're saying, and I know
Who's
so
saying
about Kamara. And
hey, let me give Kamara another shout out.
Kamara
One more.
could have did
I'm
way
not
more
saying that.
if the old line would have blocked.
I'm not saying that.
One more. Let me give Kamara one more
I'm
shout
not
out.
saying that. Sean Payton lost us 3-4 games by himself.
Shout out to say this dude in his career, Alvin Kamara, catching and rushing, only has 7 fumbles. Mind you, Dalvin Cook has 15 and Derrick Henry has 11. That just shows you how efficient he is with the ball, holding on to that ball, bro. That's one thing. That this dude just, he's just a great player. And at the end of his career, man, I think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. And I just hope that we can get this dude a Super Bowl, man, or 2, before he hangs up his cleats. Because this dude is a world-class player, bro. This one dude better stay a Saint. We better make sure he stay a Saint.
Yeah.
He's a good player, bro. Straight up. Ain't that big. I took pictures with this dude, bro. I said, damn, are you small? He said, that's all right. That's all right. And he hey, small things come in big packages sometimes, So, I mean, but hey, if y'all didn't know that, 7 fumbles in 70-some games.
Can you repeat what you just said? Can you repeat what you just said about small? You said big things. What?
I don't know what I said, bro. Whatever I said, y'all know what I mean. Okay, I might have said it back. I might have said it back.
No, I wasn't even saying what I mean.
Big things come in small packages. How you like that? That's what I meant.
How you like that? We like that. We like that. We like that. So
7 fumbles.
That's
almost
true.
100 games, bro. Nobody else is better than that, bro. Everybody else got more fumbles than that, bro. They don't know.
And Rory just brought it up. Rory just brought it up. So if you want to put it on the screen, he's like, his performance last Sunday wasn't great. Would you say it was the O-line to blame for it? Yeah, for sure. The O-line, definitely. I mean, you got to also understand, we did have Ramchak back, which was very good. That showed how much we missed him because he was opening some lanes out there. But, for the most part, it's the last game of the season. What did you expect? You want him to go for 200? Like, come on. So, but other than that, y'all, before we jump into the NFL playoffs, Marcus Williams is a free agent. PJ Williams is a free agent. Quan Alexander is a free agent. Teron Armstead. Those are the 4 top names right there going into this offseason. Okay? Again, you want to talk about draft needs. Obviously, the Saints need a wide receiver. They need a left tackle. They're going to need a guard at some point because we don't know what's going to happen with Pete and Ruiz because Ruiz just –
Pete and Ruiz, huh?
Yeah.
Now y'all
and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would not mind the Saints drafting a running back.
I can't stay too much longer. I have to go. But, are we gonna do the picks? Are we doing playoff picks?
Yeah, let's do the picks real quick.
Wait. Let me get y'all. Let me remind y'all. I'm telling y'all so y'all not surprised. I said I don't think the Saints are gonna pay Marcus Williams. I think they're gonna put the other Williams boy back there. I think they're gonna put PJ Williams back there at free safety because PJ Williams gonna take $5 million in his hand, and he gonna play that whatever position they tell him to play. Marcus Williams probably think he's something he ain't. He probably think he good, and he not. He not. The way you tackle, you trying to be the eraser back there, and you not. I done seen you walk people like you a damn valet parker into the end zone. I done seen you Ole You done gave us the Minneapolis Miracle. I done seen you do things to where you just not. And Lattimore had to tell you, look, man, I need you to knock people's head off back there, bro. Why Lattimore had to tell you that? Because you went to Utah? Because you from a Utah college program? Look, listen to me. I said, Marcus Williams probably think that he deserves to get paid like a top safety in his league. I'm on record. I don't think so. I said, PJ and I had a conversation. He told me two things. He said, you know what? They training me to be a free safety. I got some things to learn. But guess what? I'm enjoying the ride. And I think he's a better safety than cornerback. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, for sure.
He's breaking out at safety. And he's young still. He's a first-round pick from the Saints. Don't forget, PJ Williams. He wants to retire a Saint. So Marcus Williams will be replaced by PJ Williams. That is my prediction.
Okay.
I believe Teron Armstead, they're going to let him test the market.
What's up, Teron?
Somebody, okay? Somebody will pay Teron Armstead some money, okay?
Teron
for him to
ain't
miss.
gonna be here. I already know.
I don't think the Saints are going to pay him either. I think the Saints are going to draft another left tackle. Y'all remember when they drafted Teron Armstead from a black college, Pine Bluff, Arkansas? And everybody was like, who is this guy? The Saints know talent, okay? So they got a left tackle in mind, and it might be from Jackson State University.
Traquan is gone also. Remember that.
They're not going to pay Traquan Smith no money. I agree with you. So
is gone too.
I say the Saints know how to replenish and diminish.
I agree.
The Saints know how to get you out of here, my boy. You asking for all this money, but what have you done for me lately?
Yep.
That is my Bobby Hebert impersonation. Shout out to the Cajun Cannon.
Shout out to him.
Who also told me
he got a shirt, him and Mike Detillier, the Tom Brady Chauncey shirt they got from me.
Yeah. Who also told me, Teddy G, there are certain things that you say that I wish that I could. He's like, Teddy, you got balls of steel, man. The things that you be saying, sometimes I wish I could say those things. Okay. I was up there with Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon up there in the catered media section. You know what I'm saying? When I was over there with that radio station that will not be mentioned. But what I'm saying is Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon, he listens to the show as well because they real sports talk. I mean, they sports talk, but we real sports talk. Okay, right. That was the name of my show previously. The name of my show was Real Sports Talk.
All right, let's get these picks in, man.
Let's get these picks in. Right, the show gotta go. So let's jump Saturday, man. We got 2 games on Saturday. The Raiders at the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals throughout the playoffs. I'm going with Joe Burrow, going with Jamar Chase. Got to represent that LSU. And so I'm going Bengals in that game.
I ain't going to say I'm going to go with them through the playoffs. I'm going one game at a time. And I feel that the Bengals at home will beat the Raiders. You know, so I'm going with the Bayou Bengals. I'm going with Chase. I'm going with Burrow. I'm going with Mixon. I'm going with these boys. I think they will get past this first round.
Okay.
I'm going with the Bayou Bengals as well, period. And I think we named them the Bayou Bengals, so we get credit for that. That's trademark. We probably need to get some T-shirts.
That's right, Deron. That's right.
I'm going to go make it
let him deal with his massage stuff. You know, that's on him. Let Houston deal with that.
Patriots at the Bills.
I think Bill Belichick gonna have some things up his sleeve, but Josh Allen, I think it's going to be too much. I think Buffalo Bills take a W here.
I agree. I'm going
with Belichick in the playoffs, bro. He got too much experience in that playoffs, man.
He just got back to the playoffs, though, man. He ain't trying to get out there. He ain't trying to get him like Nick Saban did last night.
All right, so Sunday, we got 3 games. Sunday, the first game is the Eagles at the Bucks.
As bad as I want the Eagles to upset these dudes, as bad as I want this, man. I just feel that even though with Tampa Bay's problems, I know they're happy they got a game like this, but I don't know. Them Eagles might come to play, bro. But I'm gonna give the edge to Tom Brady and the Bucks on this one. They ain't gonna make it to the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna give them this game.
Okay, I agree. I'm going Bucks in the game. Simple as that. Teddy G, who you got?
I'm going with a Philly special here. And the Philadelphia, shut up. The Philadelphia Eagles will have the Saints to thank for this victory.
Philly cheesesteak, huh?
The Philly cheese special, baby. I say the Philadelphia Eagles will have the Saints to thank for this victory because one, we showed everybody how to beat the Buccaneers, and two, we didn't took out Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown and freaked out. Bye. So all they got is Mike Evans. So if y'all put Darius Slay on Mike Evans, okay, I think if the referees stay out of it for real, and just call a clean game, right? If the referees call a clean game, just a fair game. If the referees call a fair game, I'm going with Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm going with the Eagles.
49ers at Cowboys.
The Cowboys will get destroyed.
Oh, he said destroyed. Oh, wow.
This will bring them down to earth. They've been happy. They got the 50 burgers 2 out of 3 weeks. But guess what? Not this time. The 49ers are for real, boy. The 49ers are for real. Solid. Deebo Samuel. I love him. That's my boy, bro. I wish we can get Deebo. But I know that ain't possible.
Deebo is a man child.
Running back, wide receiver. He could do it all.
Deebo was the most valuable player for the San Francisco 49ers. You know what? I hate to say it, but I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan, bro. I'm a San Francisco 49ers type nigga, bro.
San Fran, nothing wrong with San Fran.
I got a
Rice fan, bro.
I got a gold rush. I got a gold rush mentality, bro.
Exactly. And guess
what? I like the way that they play.
And guess
they know who they are.
The 49ers gave one of my favorite players a ring, Ricky Jackson. He played for the 49ers. We got Niners in our blood too. We got little Niners.
I definitely
play with the Niners.
I definitely am going with the 49ers here. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and porn star Jimmy.
Listen, Deebo Samuel gonna come over there and steal that chain off your neck, Teddy G.
Deebo, let me tuck my chain in. Deebo coming.
He gonna come.
That's right, Steve. Both Niners. The run,
Deebo coming.
You wrong, dog.
Deebo coming.
You want bet
I gotta say this. If the 49ers can establish the running game against the Cowboys defense,
and they will,
it's over. It's
gonna be
a wrap. The Cowboys are gonna be slowed down on offense.
Who you got?
You gotta understand.
Who you got, Nana?
I'm going 49ers, but Michael Gallup out for the season. Ezekiel Elliott hasn't been running the ball like he should be running the ball. And I'm going 49ers, bro. That defense.
49ers, baby. I think it's gonna be a lot of upsets in the playoff world this weekend. Just let me start there. So don't be surprised who I'm picking. Don't be surprised who I'm picking. I think it's gonna
got a $10 bet.
All right, cool.
He got the
I don't bet with nothing less than a Benjamin Franklin. Don't be coming around me with no $10 bet, my boy. What's wrong with you? You could get paid minimum wage? What's wrong with you?
Look, like on Superbad. What you think? I'm a 6-year-old? $10 bet.
Y'all betting $10 now? You better raise that bet times 10, boy. It better be at least $100 bet, boy.
Steelers at Chiefs.
Not tonight. Steelers at Chiefs. Oh my God. Man, as much as I want Ben to go out, it'd be nice, but
oh hell no.
Ben had his last win last week at home.
That's a wrap.
Standing ovation.
Luckily, y'all made the playoffs. Luckily, y'all made the playoffs.
Ben will not get past the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs, baby.
Yeah, going with the Chiefs, bro. Mahomes is a bad man, so going Chiefs. Plus, the defense is playing lights out too for them, so Chiefs for sure.
Yes, sir.
Chiefs Kingdom for me.
All right. Woo. And then the Monday night game, Cardinals at the Rams.
The Rams could suck ass, bro. I'm so sick of their ass, bro. The Lambs, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, they lost that game on purpose, bro. Once they found out they won that NFC West.
Listen, fuck the Rams.
They didn't want player.
Fuck.
Just like Chauncey said.
I'm going Cardinals all the way.
I'm going Cardinals too.
I'm going them Angry Birds.
We was betting. Look, we was rooting for y'all ass Rams, and y'all turned the Lamb.
Y'all tricked me into rooting for y'all.
That's what
I never was rooting for y'all. Anyway, scary ass. I never wanted to root for y'all anyway. Y'all tricked me into rooting for y'all, dog ass. I say, I hope the Angry Birds drag y'all, skull drag y'all, okay? Down, up and down the damn stadium.
I hope Kyler Murray have 150 yards rushing on them bitches. I swear to God.
And they gonna do it. They gonna do it.
I want them out of the playoffs bad, bro. I want them out of the playoffs bad, dog. I hope the Cardinals D-line kill Matthew Stafford, bro. For real. That shit lame, dog.
All right, y'all. All us going with the Rams. Yes, sir.
What they did was lame, bro. We got to go with Cardinals. Other than that, good show. And I don't know. You guys want to have a show next week, or you want to take a few weeks?
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back, and
we're gonna take 2 weeks off and get closer to the
Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's cool.
And look, I want y'all to know I'm having a Super Bowl party at the Fillmore. Big screen. You know it's gonna be nice because the halftime show gonna be a big screen, y'all.
If we do come back next week, we just gonna refill our picks like a prescription, okay?
What's up with you and prescriptions and pills today? Bitch, you've been talking about pills all fucking night.
Adderall. I mean, you got to look at the society we in. I said Sean Payton up in the locker room, with the security codes and whatnot, What?
Don't forget to check us out this Thursday night, bro. Tell it like it is. We coming on this Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, man. Y'all definitely support Soul's show.
I might be a special guest on that show, so
might be a special guest. I might have both of y'all on there, bro.
I might be a special guest on that one.
See what y'all available.
Shit, let us know, man. And then
I got about 20 minutes for you. I come in. I ain't gonna sit the whole time. I gave about 20 minutes.
Like I said, shout out to y'all.
We all a family, bro. We all family.
Sure,
all day and tomorrow. All day and tomorrow.
But listen, man, before we get out of here, I know we always give a shout out. We always give a shout out to everybody that tunes in, but I want to give a shout out to Soul and Teddy G for holding it down this whole year on the show, man. Throughout this crazy ass Saints season, y'all definitely held it down, man. Y'all gave y'all takes, definitely gave some good takes on a lot of stuff. Y'all both was right on a lot of stuff, and so big shout out to both of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for sure.
Hey, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all my brothers from another mother.
Right.
But we all got the same daddy, and that is the Lord Jesus Christ. Inshallah. Allah.
Yeah. And remember, we all Louisiana diehards, bro. And look, we gonna represent Louisiana diehards all over. Remember, this our new song. You can hear it right here. Other than that, you got to go to the music platforms, bro. But right here, we're going to end the show with Louisiana Die Hard, bro. Check it out.
There you go. Die Hard, baby.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Love.
It's the Beat Freak. Tick tock, tick tock, tick.
This for my
It's what I bleed. Saints football is what I need. Louisiana die hard, born and bred. Gumbo and jambalaya is what I'm fed. I love my Saints, is all I'm saying. I go down with my boys and I'm not playing. I go by soul, or call me a saint. Mess with me or my team, and then I ain't. I rock my tigers, my pels, my black and gold. Come get a sample, and you'll be sold. just wanna ride. Time to roll to all the haters. I know you're scarred. You can't stop a Louisiana die hard.
Talking Bruce Willis, Louisiana boys, we the baddest in the business. Coming straight up out the village, and we savage to the finish. Nobody messing with us, cause we feelin' sick, we bitches, yeah. Go Saints, so tight, so Cajun. You know we set it off on every single occasion. Hottest in the nation, don't get caught slipping in our location. If you do, you find yourself up in a sticky situation, yeah. Our defense about to come and shut it all down. Our offense, there's something you can't touch now. Running up the score game day with the touchdown. Play all foul, soon to be champions for us now.
That I'm gonna run this rock. Slam dunk off in your face, no, we can't be stopped. We the best to ever do it, so you could believe that we gon' get it in. Yeah, it's our favorite season. Pass it to me, I'ma pass it back, shoot the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch, y'all. And I don't never miss, y'all. We got another big hit, y'all. You got Jay the Wizard, you got Soul Saint, you got King Mike going hard in the paint. Don't think that we gonna ever fall. The season after season, all we do is straight ball. L-O-U-I-S-I-A.